All right, everybody, thank you for joining us for the 2024 Leagues Cup post-game press conference. This is a hybrid press conference with media audience on site and via Zoom. We will first go to questions on site and then switch to questions via Zoom. For members who need translation from Spanish to English or English to Spanish, we are offering a live simultaneous translation via the Zoom link. The language feature can be found on the bottom right. If you need the Zoom link, it can be found at leaguescup.com/media-resources. Buenas noches a todos. Bienvenidos a la conferencia de prensa post partido de Leagues Cup 2024. Esta será una conferencia de prensa híbrida con medios de comunicación presentes en la sala y vía Zoom. Para los medios de comunicación que necesitan traducción de español a inglés o inglés a español, ofrecemos traducción simultánea en vivo o a través del enlace de Zoom. Seleccionado la función de idioma en la parte inferior derecha de la pantalla. Si se parece enlace de Zoom, se encontrará en leaguescup.com/media/resources. Estamos acompañados con el director técnico de Mazatlan FC, Víctor Manuel Vucetich. Por favor, levanten la mano si se desean hacer una pregunta. We are now joined by head coach Víctor Manuel Vucetich. A reminder to please raise your hand if you would like to ask any questions.
Profesor, buenas noches. Ernesto Ortega para Extrema TN. Ayer platicábamos en la conferencia de prensa que no había tenido la suerte, la fortuna de meter el gol en con el equipo de Nueva Inglaterra. El día de hoy generó más de 17 jugadas de gol. ¿Qué le dio al equipo para que cambiara el chip momentáneamente del primer tiempo al segundo tiempo y pudiera establecer el dominio al contraataque?
No, considero que salimos desde el primer tiempo buscando anotar, trabajando fuertemente. Sabíamos que la intensidad del partido iba a ser muy alta por la nueva participación de su técnico y el deseo de querer ganar, que también ellos no habían ganado. Entonces creo que era un momento para nosotros fundamental. Sabíamos que teníamos que hacer un esfuerzo doble. Sabíamos que teníamos que estar muy concentrados y sobre todo estar en esa búsqueda. Llegamos muchas veces en la primera parte, debimos haber culminado una o dos ocasiones. Sin embargo, creo que el conjunto no perdió ese ánimo y en la segunda parte siguió trabajando con esa intención y gracias a Dios las cosas salieron bien. O sea, se hicieron 2 goles, nos permitió poder estar bien ubicados, saber manejar el partido. Y bueno, el cansancio también fue un factor que nos hizo replegarnos para así terminar un poquito de forma, diríamos, angustiada.
Buenas noches, profesor Vucetich. Claudio Villalobos para Nashville Total Sports. ¿Dónde ubica usted a su equipo, Mazatlan, después del juego en New England y el de hoy? Pareciera que indicaba como que ustedes debieron haber por allá en New England y no se logró, y hoy a lo mejor más. ¿Dónde ubica usted este trabajo actual y en cuánto lo ayuda a usted para su trabajo llegar más lejos en esta liga?
Sí, hemos venido trabajando porque hay algunos jugadores que se han incorporado a la institución. Hemos ido, ahora sí, pegando jugadores que no están en su máximo nivel con los que sí hicieron la preparación física. Entonces nosotros somos un grupo también que nos incorporamos a este equipo. Entonces hemos ido avanzando en el parado táctico, en la intensidad del trabajo, en la recuperación de la pelota, en las variantes que se pueden estar realizando, conociendo plenamente a los jugadores, porque todavía hay detalles a lo mejor que no alcanzamos a distinguir, pero sin embargo yo creo que este resultado nos va a permitir seguir llevando a cabo el trabajo. Como bien lo mencionas tú, pudimos haber ganado también el partido contra Revolution, sin embargo creo que cometimos el error y esos errores nos han costado tanto en el primer partido como en la Liga de Fútbol Mexicano, pero el desempeño del equipo ha venido trabajando de una forma muy estable Y eso es algo que hemos querido mantener y sobre todo fortalecer todavía.
I'll hop on to a Zoom question from Orlando Castellan.
Gracias. Buenas noches para todos. Buenas noches, profe. Orlando Castellán, del Servicio Informativo en Deportes. Profe, se ve que su equipo ya viene de menos a más en lo futbolístico y lo importante es que ya la contundencia se empieza a ver. Pero hoy este resultado que es bueno para ustedes, ¿qué tanto hay que esperar para lo que viene el siguiente partido en este grupo para poder acceder a la siguiente fase y seguir con ese sueño de seguir en esta Leagues Cup? ¿Cómo ve esa parte para usted, para lo que viene en este futuro en esta liga?
Bueno, creo que con este resultado nosotros prácticamente dimos un pase hacia adelante a la siguiente fase, ya que el encuentro que tenga New Revolution contra el equipo de Nashville, creo que ahí se va a quedar uno de los dos y se tienen que matar entre ellos, diríamos literalmente, y pasará uno de ellos y pasaremos nosotros. Entonces creo que la parte que nos correspondía a nosotros era ganar el marcador por 2-0, porque con esto pasamos en este caso a New Revolution, y ahora vamos a ver cómo quedan entre ellos para saber exactamente quién de ellos pasa. Entonces creo que la parte fundamental para nosotros es lo que hicimos nosotros era lo más importante. No nos importaba lo que pudiera pasar posteriormente. Sabíamos que el marcador ideal era de 2-0 o más y se dio ese paso que fue fundamental.
Esto concluye la conferencia de prensa de Mazatlan Football Club. This concludes the Mazatlan FC's press conference. Profe, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros ahora.
Muy amable, gracias.
We will be joined by Nashville SC's head coach, BJ Callahan, shortly. By Nashville SC head coach BJ Callahan. As a reminder, I would like to remind you to raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Estamos acompañados con el director técnico de Nashville SC, BJ Callahan. Por favor, levanten la mano si desean hacer una pregunta.
So, I guess, BJ, I guess, a lot of the issue this season for Nashville has been, Sam Sturridge, not getting, consistent service in the box. I guess, I don't know if he had a shot on goal. I guess, what do you guys have to do? I guess, what are some things you can do in order to, maybe change that in future games?
I think, tonight we saw, I think, moments of sort of how we want to play and what our identity is going to be. And I think, the scoring goals piece is always going to be the most difficult. We don't hide behind the fact that we need to create more goal scoring chances, and then turn those into conversions. But I mean, when we look at it from sort of the whole match, I thought there was some really good sequences of play where we connect the pass here or connect the pass there. that's going to lead to a goal scoring chance. So again, I think for us, it's about, seeing those moments and then building and to continue to get better so that those moments are more frequent and more consistent. And then I think, we'll see the goal scoring chances arise and a contribution from everybody.
And BJ, you around the 69th minute, you had a really good, really good look, but unfortunately they stopped it. Or do you think we'll see more of those looks, more of those sort of setups?
Yeah, I think for us, the main objective is to continue to build. There's a lot of new information that's being given to the guys. I thought they were brave and tried to take it on. There was a couple good sequences that led to some scoring chances or almost scoring chances. And of course, we want to continue to generate them, continue to generate more and finish them. And we'll continue to work at that.
BJ, you had over 200 passes in the attacking half today, but only one shot on target. So can you go into just a little bit of details of how are you planning to generate more of those opportunities that kind of will get you more dangerous chances?
Yeah, I mean, overall, if we're going to sort of analyze the match, we need to get the ball inside the penalty box more. I think we need to get the ball behind the back line more. We missed a few opportunities and sort of probably went to play more shorter passes. Overall, I thought we could move the ball a bit quicker from side to side and try to open the opponent up a little bit. But again, all of that comes down to sort of building a rhythm and a connection and partnerships with one another that take time. And tonight was the first step towards that. And tonight I was happy with the group that they tried to do what we asked them to do in all phases. Was it perfect? No. But was it together as a group for the full 90 minutes? And did the guys that came off the bench make an impact tonight? Yeah, I thought they raised the level. So, there's a lot of positives for us to move forward from.
BJ, how much does it weigh, the fact that, and you told us before the game actually in press conference that there was a lot of unknowns on the team, on Mazatlan, and perhaps you only have a few days here. How much of that weights into the fact of the game tonight? Would it been different if it was been an MLS game, MLS team that probably better, you think?
That's hard to say. I think we have a process on how we analyze all of our opponents, how we try to build match plans, and we certainly won't use that, use anything as an excuse for our performance tonight. I thought there was a lot of positives that came out of it. I thought the opponent challenged us in ways that we thought they were, and and also, and they took advantage of some, transition moments as well that, we were a little bit exposed. But again, I think for us in general, there was clear ideas on how we wanted to play, and I think we're going to try to continue to, get better at that, keep working at it, and and look towards New England.
BJ, I'm kind of just curious for maybe your assessment of overall the midfield and how you thought they performed. And then you talked about kind of substitutes raising the level and kind of getting in behind the defense. It felt like Amar, when he came on, was pretty quickly able to get the ball in behind and find some entry passes. Just what did you make of his performance, and kind of how do you assess his role going forward?
Yeah, overall, with the midfield, it's always you're trying to create a connection between those three guys and connection with the center backs. And I thought it's brave for them to come out and try to do what they do when they play in the middle of the field. And I thought there was some really good moments. The solutions that came off the bench, I thought did a great job. Amar being one of them. I think he got the game under control a little bit for us, was able to play forward. And again, I think overall, we can probably still try to exploit space, behind the back line from everybody.
BJ, two players making their Nashville debut tonight. First of all, with Patrick Yazbek, just your assessment of him after being here for barely over a week and how he's integrated with the squad, how that showed tonight. And then on the flip side, Jordan Knight and the qualities you've seen from him to give him his debut coming up from Huntsville tonight.
Yeah, so, first, Patrick Yazbek, I think really happy with the way he played. It's a first game, he's integrated into a new country, integrated into a new team. So I think you saw a player who wants to play on both sides of the ball, who wants to get on the ball, who wants to pass forward. And so I expect, him to only continue to improve as he gets more and more comfortable and adapts even more. So really happy with that. And then Jordan is an interesting player. I think it's a great testament to sort of what we're going to do here at Nashville, which is this align. We're going to try to align all of our properties, if we call it that, with the first team, to Huntsville, with the academy. I personally take great pride. I told you guys before, that's a great thing that this club is all about and wants to be. And he's sort of a byproduct of that. We had Isaiah Jones on here tonight, on the bench tonight as well. Jordan, I think, has a lot of potential. I think you saw it right there towards the end of the game. There was a moment that he was able to display that he could get in behind. I think as he gets a little bit more comfortable, maybe a little bit less nerves, he has that confidence to go one-on-one that we know he can do and create a goal-scoring chance. So 2 good performances by 2 debuts.
You mentioned on Friday at your intro presser that, you kind of really wanted to use Leagues Cup to establish identity, the way the team wants to play, and then, by MLS play, hopefully be, the best version of yourself, as you said. I guess, now after having actually seen and coached this team play a, 90-minute competitive game, does that change at all your assessment or timetable of when, you might see this team as, the best version of itself?
No, I mean, tonight was just the first step in what's going to be a long journey of us, really creating connections and creating our identity. I thought there was a lot of good moments for us to build from. I also think there was some learning lessons, for the group and for the coaching staff as we move forward to, areas that we can improve. So, again, we're going to continue to get back to work, move ahead towards New England, hopefully try to earn another opportunity to play more games, to continue to sort of refine this whole process. But again, it's just the first step in what we hope is a long journey for us, where we can really link everything across this team with a clear identity and a style of play that Nashville and the Nashville fans can be happy about.
BJ, to start out the game, the team was really high energy, high press, going towards the other team, obviously. Around the 35th minute, the team the legs started to get a little heavy, and then the counterattack kind of ended up happening as well. Is that just kind of coming with the system, or is it just more of, like you're alluding to, with the chemistry aspect between the center backs and the midfield and so forth?
Yeah, I think it's all of the above. I think it's the first game. Everybody's coming out with energy, so that's first and foremost. From our identity, we want to be, in this pressing and forcing the opponent into mistakes. So I thought there was some good moments in that. And then, yeah, we have to obviously, learn to manage those moments and manage the game a little bit, get ourselves back together, and then press again, and not just, always be going. But for the commitment from the team to do it was all that we asked. And tonight, I thought we saw that commitment.
Thanks a lot for your time, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.